YouTube, what is going on? This is me, Joshua, coming back at you with more relationship advice. Relationship advice. And I was thinking about a topic, finances, and let me know in the comment section. Let me know what the comment. I feel like Kevin Samuels when he was like, "Hey, we need to get the comments up. We need to get the likes up." Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm gonna title this the first road to separation. Now, I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, say, Josh, you are wrong. You are wrong. But the first road to the destruction of a relationship. Nowadays, gotta say nowadays, and this is statistically proven, is when you guys are not aligned and moving as one in your finances. When you start living separately in your finances. Finances should be shared. You can share body fluids, but you can't share finance. You could share a bed, but you can't share finance. You can't share money. You can't get on the same page about that. And that's what a lot of people nowadays are throwing in a towel for. That's the first thing that people are saying, I can't deal with this anymore. Finance. And the reason why I think it's finance is usually finance. If you find out what a person does with their money, it lets you know where their heart is. What you do with your money what you do with your money is closely tied to where your heart is. How you handle. We're not talking about both of your monies together. Mind you, both of you guys are working. Both you guys are working. Now, if one person was not working and taking care of the kids, that man, his money is going for where his heart is, his wife and his children. Or if you're in a same-sex relationship, that's where your heart is. So where their heart lies. It's in taking care of wife and kids. Spouse and kids. Now, if both of you guys are working individuals, no kids. Remember, kids versus no kids is a big factor, if not the turning point in a relationship. If you have a relationship and there are no kids involved, and one partner is working and the other partner is not, I would beg the question, well, why isn't the other partner working? Are they disabled? Is he a multi-millionaire? Is this a sugar daddy situation? Sugar mama situation? What's the problem? What's the problem? Because the Bible says that if you don't work, you don't eat. Plain and simple. Everybody's got to put in their fair share. Everybody's got to put in their fair share. So if she's not working, okay, why not? Okay, if he's not working, okay, what's the problem? And that problem should get addressed and resolved immediately. You need to work. You can't have one person going at 150 miles per hour and the other person's going at 10 miles an hour. It's going to cause strain on the other person, and stress on your partner. Both of you guys need to be working, preferably working equally. Preferably you guys working equally. You know, if the work is unequal, it all needs to go into one pot. It all needs to, and when I say equal, I mean equal pay. You know, women fall for equal rights. Black women make more than black men. Black men, if your wife is outpacing you, you need to get another job. Because he who controls, or he who makes the most has most of the control. She who makes the most has the most control. This is how it goes in business. Remember, marriage is a business. Marriage is a business. If a partner is making more and funding more, they literally can look at you and be like, no. Because of can you do it by yourself? Okay, you can't do it. Can you include me in it like I include you? No? Then you shouldn't be doing it. You shouldn't be, because that's not, we're not moving as one. We are moving as separate entities. It's got to be equal. So the largest or the biggest road to a separate marriage or living separate lives is when you have separate thoughts about finance. I sent my wife, and she may watch this. Hey babe, I'm finally going to work. I sent her a message. I said, whatever you're looking to do, can you do it not can we, can you do it 3 times over? If I bought you a gift, can I buy you that gift 3 times over again? If I bought me a gift, can I buy it 3 times over again? You know, if I have the option to use credit, you know, do I have the money and disposal to go cash 3 times over again? Where I don't have to run to a bank, where I'm not debiting or using plastic. Now, here it is. A lot of times we may if we don't hold on to some of these foundational if we don't hold on to some of these foundational keys, you're gonna find yourself spending, not knowing what's being spent, not being on the same page. It's important that everybody is on the same page if you are going to move together in life, if you are going to achieve goals in life. If you are not moving together on the same page, you become each other's competition. You actually start competing with your spouse because you have conflicts of interest. Another C word. You have conflicts of interest. You're competing. Money's going here. It is going there. He's not trying. It becomes a big confused mess. Another C word. Let's choose out the words confused, conflict of interest, and competing. And you are not supposed to compete with your spouse. You're supposed to compliment your spouse. You're supposed to consider, those are positive words, your spouse. You're supposed to come to an agreement, not a compromise. Not a compromise, because a lot of people say, well, I'm going to compromise. Compromise actually means that you are taking a step lower for the sake to appease somebody else. Why are you guys taking a step lower when you should be taking a step up? See what I'm saying? Real men don't compromise. Real men do not compromise. So again, if you don't want to start living separate lives, get on the same page about finances. Get on the same page about finances. Hey, if we need to take a trip, what are we doing? Are you setting aside money for the trip from the work from your hand? Yes. Am I setting aside money for the trip from the work of my hand? And keep this in mind, this is not 50-50. We are not boyfriend and girlfriend. We are one. You see what I'm saying? This is not 50-50. This is not 50-50. We are actually moving as one. If this needs to be done, hey honey, what would you like to do? I like to do this. What would y'all like to do? Okay. Okay. Do we have everything we need to do we have the necessities taken care of? Okay. If we have a goal on a vision board, well, this goal was to pay off this by that. Okay. Well, if we're looking to pay this off by that, and we don't have anything additional, then why are we doing this when we can have delayed gratification? Keep this in mind. This is all about delaying gratification. Whether this comes visiting family members, not unless another F word comes up, funeral, and we mean immediate funeral, mother, father, grandparents, brother, sister. We should practice delayed gratification until our goals are accomplished. If she's working and she doesn't have any money saved, that's a problem. If he's working and he doesn't have any money saved, that's a problem. If he's working, and let's start off with algebra. If he's working and he got money saved, and she working and she ain't got no money saved, it's not pouring into the pot, that's a problem. That's a problem, because here's the reason why that's a problem. Well, why don't you? Why don't you? If we're moving as one, literally, I should be able to carry the entire household on my back, which I can. If something were to happen to me, she should already be willing and ready to roll out and carry the household on her back. If something were to happen to me, where I'm still living, and whatever that means, it's like, hey, if you guys have to save up money, hey, we need to have at least a year's worth of savings that could take care of the car note, that could take care of, okay, where we're going to stay and food. There's got to be a backup plan in case something happens, so the other partner won't be left struggling. If those things are not in place, that's a problem. A lot of people really don't. I'm not gonna say a lot of people don't look down the road, but I'm looking down at the future. Hey, just in case, something happened. My wife's already taken care of. What was his name? What's the guy's name? Skinny black dude. Anyway, but he was like, a lot of black people don't have life insurance. A lot of white people do have life insurance, whole life insurance, that in case something happens to them, we're not talking about any small life insurance plans. We're talking about something that could do some damage. Oh no, my father just left me $200,000. They just left me this, something that could do something. My wife, she's set. Now I'll make sure you set in case something happened to me. Am I set on her end? I've got to have the same. It's got to come back the same way, because if it doesn't come back, I'm going to ask you the question, well, why not? Why not? If we are one, why aren't we like-minded? When you're not like-minded, you're moving it down different separate paths, and that's not good. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. The biggest road to a separation or a divorce. I'm going to say the D word. A lot of people don't like to hear that. A lot of people don't like to hear the D word. But it happens. If it don't happen now, it happens sometime down the road. And I am trying to tell you as a crowd the quickest or the surefire way to prevent living separate lives. They used to call this living apart, living together apart. Some foolishness. It should not be that way. A house divided against itself. This is biblical. A house divided against itself cannot stand. Think about that. If you're living in a divided house, if you're living in a separated house where you guys can't align, you're not going to stand. And when it says you're not going to stand, it's going to crumble. The foundation gets weakened. When there is a storm that's going to hit that house, it's going to fall down. So get on the same page, especially about finances. Stay on the same page. Men, have your wife's back. Wife, there's a thing called a virtuous woman. There's nothing wrong with a man giving 100% to the household. But wives, also understand, females, even if you a boss chick or whatever we want to call you guys now, some masculine stuff, stay away from that. Even if you're an independent woman, stay away from that. If you look through the sacred text of the Bible and the Quran, independence, that woman thinking independently of her man, which means that she was also thinking independently of God. She looked at the fruit and saw that it was good to make one wife. No. You need to tie yourself to your man. Men, hey, you need to cleave to your wife. Y'all become one. Y'all stay on the same page. And that comes above family members. That comes above businesses. That comes above all. You guys need to hang on to each other. Because at the end of the day, you got to come home to that man. At the end of the day, you got to come home to that female. At the end of the day, especially if they're a good man or a good woman. You are not, there are parts of you that your parents don't know about, that your sisters don't know about, that your brothers don't know about. There are parts of you that you share with that male or female. That is why at the end of the day, y'all need to be at the same page. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Hey, how to have a healthy relationship. Strong relationship is y'all move as one. Finance first. Well, actually, it's God first. But y'all move as one. Y'all stay on the same page. Make sure if there's ever a somebody getting off the same page, hey, we need to revisit this. We need to get back on course. It's kind of like if you driving you're driving through California, let's say Colorado, and you go a little bit to the edge, you hear that gravel, you better get back on course. You better get back on course, because if you don't get back on course, you're going to go over that guardrail. It ain't even no guardrails in California or Colorado. You're just going to go overboard. Boom, big crash. Peace.